Welcome students. In this video we are going to learn questions 2 and 3 from exercise 2.1 which are based on comparison of fraction and again addition of fraction. So now as we have learned how to compare fractions in previous chapters, let us recall the process of comparing the fractions. So if we have 2 by 3 and 4 by 7, how can you say that the fractions, which fraction is greater or which fraction is representing lesser quantity or greater quantity? So now for comparing the fractions, we have two methods which we have seen. First is making the denominator same, because without making the denominator same, we cannot compare the fractions. Is it okay? If you have a piece of 2 by 3, then you cannot judge it just by looking at that particular piece of cake or 4 by 7 piece of cake, isn't it? And for that you need to make the denominator same so that we can compare the numerators, that is which part is bigger. But for comparing the numerator, denominator should be made same. Is it okay? So for addition, subtraction and comparing fraction, we need to have denominators to be same. Are you getting? So now that is one method. So we can take LCM again, 3 7s are 21, and convert these two fractions into equivalent fractions and then compare the numerator. For example, 2 by 3 will now become, it will be 7 2s are 14. You have to multiply by 7 there and it will be 21, and the second fraction will become, here you need to multiply by 3, so 4 3s are 12 and 12 by 21. Now denominators are same. So can you compare the numerator? So we compare the numerator and we say that 12 by 21 means 20 out of 21 pieces. If you are selecting 12 pieces, that means that fraction is lesser. And then if 12 by 21 is lesser or smaller, then which is the original fraction? 4 by 7. So that is smaller. So this was one method we used to do when we have to compare two fractions. The another method was like cross multiplication. What we used to do, we used to take the cross product. Now cross product means numerator of one to denominator of second. The direction should be mentioned. First you have to come downward only, numerator of first and denominator of second. Here it should be 7. It is okay, we were comparing, so it is 7. Now 2 7s are 14, so I have done the first cross product and I have written first. Now take the upward cross product, that is denominator of first and numerator of second. So 4 3s are 12. Is it okay? Now which is bigger? So 14 is bigger, so we say that 2 by 3 is bigger than 4 by 7, or 4 by 7 is smaller than 2 by 3. So this method also you must be remembering for comparing the fractions. Is it okay? What happens if the fractions are equal? What do you think? If it is 2 by 3 and 4 by 6, what do you think? 2 6s are 12, that is cross products are equal. Then we say that 3 4s are also 12. So we say if cross products are equal, then the fractions are equal, that is they are equivalent fractions. So if we want to compare fractions, first if they are unlike, we need to make them like. If like, then no problem, you have to just compare the numerators. If there are only two fractions, then you can go with cross products or cross multiplications. And if there are more than two fractions, then we have to make the denominator same before comparing the fractions. Now one more example I would like to explain. Suppose I have 2 by 5, 2 by 7 and 2 by 3. Now what kind of fractions are they? So they are unlike fractions. They are unlike fractions. So how will you compare these unlike fractions? Are you going to make the denominators same? So here if you observe, the numerators are same. So these are special type of unlike fractions. These are special type of unlike fractions in which numerators are same. Now if this is the case, we can compare the fractions without doing any calculation. Is it okay? Now how can we compare? So greater is the denominator, smaller will be the fraction. That means 2 by 7 will be the smallest one. Then what? Then 2 by 5 will be the smallest one. Next bigger one. And then which one will be the biggest? It will be 2 by 3. So smaller is the denominator, greater is the denominator, smaller is the fraction. Smaller is the denominator, greater is the fraction. So you can compare the fractions, unlike fractions with same denominator, without doing any calculation, simply by focusing on denominators. Is it okay? So I hope you have understood or recalled these methods of comparing fractions. And let us go for the now exercise question, that is question number 2. Now in question number 2, you have to arrange the following in descending order. Now what is descending order? We have two types of order, ascending and descending. Ascending means going up, descending means coming down, that is bigger to smaller. Is it okay? So which are the fractions? Let us see. So the fractions are 2 by 9, 2 by 3 and 8 by 21. So you have to compare these fractions. Now the denominators are different, numerators are also different, so we don't have any other option than converting these unlike fractions into like fractions. So first what should we do? Focus on denominators. What are the denominators? 9, 3 and 21. Let us take their LCM. Now which method you are going to use for taking the LCM? You can have that short division method as I told earlier. So we divide them. So which is the common factor? So we take it to be 3. So 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3 7s are. So again 3, then it will be 1, 1 and 7 and then remaining 7. So you need to continue this division till you get everywhere quotient to be 1. First we start with common factors and then we take all the uncommon factors. So what is LCM here? LCM here is 3 into 3 into 7. So 3 3s are 9, 9 7s are 63. So what is the LCM here, children? It is 63. Isn't it? So this method you can show in rough column. Those who can write orally the LCM, it is allowed. Okay. So LCM of 9, 3 and 21 is 63. Now convert each fraction. So 2 by 9 into 7 by 7. Then 8 by 21 into 3 by 3 and the third one 2 by 3 into 21 by 21. So we are multiplying by, we are multiplying by a suitable number so that denominator will become 63. So if it is 9, you will multiply by 7. If it is 3, it will multiply by 21. If it is 21, you have to multiply by 3. So what do we get then? We get fractions as 14 by 63, 42 by 63 and 24 by 63. Now compare the numerators because denominators are same. Which one is the bigger one? 42. So 42 by 63 will be the biggest. Then will come 24 by 63 and then 14 by 63. So we arrange them. And what are the original fractions for these? So it is 2 by 3, 8 by 21 and 2 by 9. Is it clear? So this is the way to compare the fractions which are more than 2. Okay. So you need to make the denominators same. So let us go for the next question. Now the next question is 1 by 5, 3 by 7 and 7 by 10. So here LCM of 5, 7 and 10 is 70. Again you can go by short division method and then convert these fractions into like fractions. So 1 by 5 you will multiply by 14. 3 by 7 you have to multiply by 10 because 14 5s are 70, 10 7s are 70 and 7 by 10 you need to multiply by 7. Then what will you get? You will get it as 14 by 70, 30 by 70 and 49 by 70. Is it okay? See how 1 into 14 it will be 14, 3 into 10 it will be 30 and 7 7s are 49. So and denominator in each case will be 70. Now which one is the bigger numerator? It is 49, so that will be the first one. Then 30 by 70, then 14 by 70. And which are the original fractions for these? So we write descending order is 7 by 10 is greater than 3 by 7 is greater than 1 by 5. Are you getting? I hope you are understanding this concept, because we have studied these kind of questions in previous standards also. So it is just sort of revision. Is it okay? So let us go for now next very interesting question, that is it a magic square? Now, as in chapter 1 also we have studied magic square. What happens in magic square? In magic square, sum of rows and column is always same, and even diagonals. Now which are the rows? First row, 4 by 11, 9 by 11, 2 by 11. All the fractions are like fractions. Is it easy to add them? So you can add even orally. So 4 plus 9 plus 2. So that is 15. Similarly second, so 15 by 11, 3 plus 5 plus 7. So again it is 15, 15 by 11 again. Third row, 8 plus 1 plus 6, that is again 15 by 11. Then we have to do column wise addition, and then we have to do the diagonal wise addition. And everywhere we have to check whether we get same sum or not. If we get same sum, then it is a magic square. If not, it is not a magic square. So let us do it. It's very easy to do the addition, as all the fractions are like fractions. They are not unlike fractions, but you prepare yourself that this question can be asked with unlike fractions as well. Is it okay? So let us go for row 1 first. So sum of numbers in rows. So row 1 is 4 by 11 plus 9 by 11 plus 2 by 11. That comes out to be 15 by 11. Second one is 3 by 11 plus 5 by 11 plus 7 by 11. Again 15 by 11. So you can verify for all the steps here. So 8 by 11 plus 1 by 11 plus 6 by 11, that is row third row, that is 15 by 11. Then columns again. In columns there are first column 4 by 11 plus 3 by 11 plus 8 by 11. Again it comes out to be 15 by 11. Then 9 by 11 plus 5 by 11 plus 1 by 11 is equal to 15 by 11. Then C3 again, 2 by 11 plus 7 by 11 plus 6 by 11 is equal to 15 by 11. Then remains diagonals. Now which are the numbers in diagonals? So 4 by 11, 3 by 11, 5 by 11 and 6 by 11. So again it comes out to be 15 by 11. And now last one we need to check, that is D2. Is it 2 by, again coming 15 by 11? So yes, 2 by 11, 5 by 11 and 6 by 8 by 11. Again it is coming to be 15 by 11. So in all the cases we got sum to be 15 by 11. So can we say it is a magic square? So as the sum of rows and columns and diagonals is same, it is a magic square. So this is just revision of the addition concept. I hope you have understood all these questions. Focus on comparing the fractions. Suitable homework is given to you. So watch the video again and again to understand the concept. So thank you children. See you in next video.